Hello and welcome to Lessons from a Park Bench. I'm Michael Clark. I'm one of your co-hosts for this show. And this lesson we're going to talk about don't drop the ball in your obedience to your parents. You know, when I was little, I would get into a lot of trouble, and sometimes I still do. But on one particular occasion, I remember I was 7 years old. It was Thanksgiving week. And I didn't get to go to the family movie because I had gotten in trouble with my dad. Instead, I had to stay home and write 7 times the following verses. Children, obey your parents in the Lord, for this is right. Honor thy father and mother, which is the first commandment given, that it may be well with thee, and thou mayest live long on the earth. Ephesians 6, verses 1 through 3. I remember those because on one particular occasion that week, my dad and I got into an argument and I had disobeyed him, and he made me write that as punishment. You know, when you get in trouble with your parents, there has to be some type of consequences. The Bible, obviously, in those verses, stresses obeying your parents, doing the things that they tell you to do. It's in the Lord, for it's right. That's what the Bible says. Now, in the old days, when the Old Testament was still in effect, if you disobeyed your parents for any reason, you were stoned to death. Obviously, nowadays, when you disobey your parents, I hope they don't stone you. But back then, it was considered such a serious offense that they would stone you to death. I hope that you think about that, and I hope that you strive to become a better child for your parents. And it doesn't just end when you leave the house. I've seen some people, when they're older, become jerks to their parents, and vice versa. It's a give and take, just like the relationship video we talked about. You have to love your parents. You have to show them that type of affection and do the things that they say. Thank you for watching, and good night.